A husband posts a photo with his ex, right when his own marriage is already showing cracks. A real lawyer goes on camera and says there's a hidden legal clause between them. A drink brand disappears overnight. A $5 million mansion sits unfinished for 7 years. This isn't just another Hollywood story, it's a financial time bomb, and it's ticking. Hey gorgeous people, Amelia Brown here. New here? Hit subscribe, turn on the bell. This story is taking a new twist every single week. Quick disclaimer, everything ahead is based on claims and expert opinions, not official confirmation. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. The couple that always looked like relationship goals. But behind the curtain, a completely different story. Let's peel back the layers.
And to be honest, I think they're not as joyful as she's portraying and her PR people are portraying in the media right now.
If her and Ryan are having issues, why would you post a photo of you and your ex on Instagram? It's really weird.
There are some problems in Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's marriages, but as I was looking through it, some of it sounds very believable, especially given what Ryan Reynolds just posted on Instagram.
I believe her less than ever. I actually disbelieve her fully now. And they should not be gagged. I will happily participate in releasing any further leaks that they have, because the truth should be out there. What does she have to fear if she's telling the truth?
Ever notice how the harder someone tries to look happy, the more insecure it actually looks? Blake's team tells the world everything is perfect. Her husband posts a photo with his ex at the same time, and then Megyn Kelly, not some random voice but a trained litigator, comes right out and says, a hidden clause exists. This isn't suspicion. This is coming from someone who spent years reading billion-dollar contracts.
I've heard from very reliable sources throughout this whole story that it was always supposed to end. They are not actually as happy. Outlets suggesting a growing distance between the duo when the Deadpool actor broke tradition by skipping out on a birthday post for his wife back in August 2025.
Here's a law that explains a lot. California Family Code Section 2550. Everything earned during the marriage gets divided equally. Ryan's Mint Mobile Aviation Gin, Blake's Betty Buzz Blake Brown. All technically shared, unless paperwork says otherwise. And under that shadow, one small thing suddenly carries weight. For the first time, Ryan skipped his wife's birthday post.
But these other stars cannot take negative publicity about themselves. And same for Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, especially her. That's why she did this.
So according to this, do they have that secret document every big Hollywood couple seems to have? Prenups, postnups. Under Section 852, these agreements can change how assets are classified. But Section 721 comes with a catch. Both partners owe each other a legal duty of honesty. The theory goes, their agreement allegedly includes a morality or brand protection clause. Meaning if one partner damages the other's brand, they could be financially on the hook. Wait, this isn't just theory. Blake's beverage and hair care brand contracts already contain morality language. Negative publicity can affect her royalty payments. That's already written in. There's no proof the marital agreement has the same wording. But floral promotions, alcohol tie-ins, retail complaints, unsealed messages, if any of that counts as damage, it could build a financial case against Ryan.
She wanted to save her own after suffering some bad publicity, and she's orchestrated this whole thing, which she thought would give her an I am woman, hear me roar moment.
Now, under the boldest accusation, some experts claim Blake orchestrated this entire thing herself to build her own hear me roar moment because she couldn't handle her own bad press. If that's true, this wasn't a PR stunt. This was a calculated move, and her own husband's brand may have been the target.
This was, in my opinion, Blake Lively trying to redeem herself in the public eye because she couldn't stand the round of bad publicity she suffered that she brought upon herself.
Take a closer look at this clip. Blake showing off her perfect hostess energy, garnish boards, the chaos of 4 kids, everything camera ready. Looks like normal lifestyle content, right? But line it up with everything else, and it looks exactly like the kind of image building someone does right before a divorce.
If I had my shit together as a hostess, this is what it would look like. So realistically, I have 4 children. It's always a bit chaotic. If you can, make a board. We like to make garnish boards.
Now, officially, Betty Buzz shut down because the market was tough. But the numbers tell a different story. Gross margins stuck around 20%. You need at least 50% to survive. priced 35% higher than competitors. Leaked internal Kroger emails showed clear consumer backlash. So was this just business failure or a liability cut loose fast so it wouldn't contaminate the marital asset?
Now. One of Blake Lively's experts, his name is Jeffrey H. Kinrich. He believes that Blake's company, Betty Boos and Blake Brown, lost between $39.6 million and $143.5 million on this smear campaign.
Now here's a number worth hearing. According to financial expert Jeffrey Kinrich, Betty Boos and Blake Brown lost between $39.6 million and $143.5 million from this smear campaign. That's not small scandal damage. When the number hits $143 million, this stops being about reputation. It becomes a marital asset problem. Pay close attention to this part. Family Hive LLC, a Delaware company where Blake Brown's trademarks, ownership and income are reportedly held, not directly under Blake's name. Delaware offers privacy, legal separation, and that same protectiveness pushed them to file a trademark opposition against a Utah businesswoman, Kimberly Hamner, over a name that simply sounded similar. Blake's own birth surname is Brown, and legally, claiming a common surname is difficult. This fight was never just about one small company. It shows Blake Brown has become her most heavily protected asset. Ryan's no small player either. Sold his aviation gin stake to Diageo for $610 million. T-Mobile bought Mint Mobile for $1.35 billion. Ryan's estimated take $300 million. Add maximum effort on top. Massive empire. And now reports say he wants out too. Afraid this whole thing could take down his brand as well.
He has a big one.
There are now reports coming in that Ryan wants to be less involved as well. He's worried this is going to destroy him too. His brand, his reputation, everything. After a major legal setback, multiple claims dismissed.
Ryan
So
sold
this
his
confirms it. Ryan isn't just a bystander, he's
protect his
scared too.
fortune.
This is a pattern from Ryan Reynolds. He doesn't build things, he just hijacks cultural disasters and then spin them into cheap marketing for himself.
The strength of
that
these
surfaced during Discovery laid it bare. Maximum Effort and Blake were controlling the entire marketing campaign for It Ends With Us. When the backlash hit, the blame shifted to Sony executive Josh Greenstein and Wayfarer Studios. Smart move, because if Maximum Effort had been responsible for damaging Blake's brand, Ryan himself could have been on the hook. So he built his own financial firewall. Classic Ryan Reynolds pattern. He doesn't build anything. He just hijacks cultural disasters and turns them into cheap marketing. Here's why this theory carries real weight. This isn't some random host talking. A degree from Syracuse, a JD from Albany Law School, litigation experience at Bickle and Brewer, 9 years at Jones Day, handling complex contracts for corporate giants like Experian. When she says there's a hidden clause in a document, she's not reading headlines, she's decoding legal language most people would
her
miss.
show.
Blake Lively needed to do was to say, no, I'm not settling. Let's go to trial and a jury of our peers, and let's see what we can get. If it was so good, why do you settle a case exchanging no money? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't pass the smell test.
Brian Friedman published the full settlement agreement through Megyn Kelly's platform. And the question is simple. If the case was this strong, why not take it to trial in front of a jury? Settling without a dollar, that just doesn't pass the smell
It
test.
could mean.
Now I have to see whether you complained about me or you were complaining about life as a Hollywood star and Ryan doesn't pay enough attention to me.
In a
Just
high
one
net worth
sarcastic line. Were you complaining about me or about being a Hollywood star or that Ryan doesn't give you enough attention? Sounds small, hits a nerve directly. Just one sarcastic line. Were you complaining about me or about being a Hollywood star or that Ryan doesn't give you enough attention? Sounds small, hits a nerve directly. So if all of this is true, what does the worst case actually look like? Under Section 4320, spousal support is based on the lifestyle established during the marriage. Forensic accountants would have to dig through the entire empire, from the T-Mobile deal to Betty Buzz. If a hidden postnup clause exists, one partner could walk away with far less than the other. And this isn't just about money. They have 4 kids, James, Inez, Betty, Olin, custody, privacy, all of it becomes part of this
image.
fight.
A lot of really bad stuff that she had somehow managed to avoid and now just completely opened up, which really would be such a dumb move on her part.
And here's the irony at its peak. Everything Blake had managed to avoid for years got exposed because of her own case. Financial figures, corporate structure, royalty details, all public now. According to pretty much everyone, this was a seriously dumb move on her part.
And Ryan Reynolds' brand is starting to show the exact same cracks. He's out there disabling Instagram comments because his brand is so tarnished, his own brand is so tarnished, and then he takes other brands that are tarnished, trying to spin them around to monetize it.
And in the end, both sides are cracking. Ryan is disabling his Instagram comments. His own brand is tarnished too. He's out there taking other damaged brands, spinning them, and monetizing them. Both partners, in their own way, are trying to save the same crumbling empire. So let's recap. A skip birthday, a hidden legal clause, a brand that shut down at the perfect time, a Delaware LLC hiding trademarks, a $143 million scandal, an unfinished mansion, and both partners busy protecting their own empires. Coincidence? Or a couple quietly preparing for the worst?